Hello everyone, have a nice day. Today we will explore a quiet mountain day that suddenly turns into a big test for Ly Tu Hoa when their simple routine of hauling sand, cooking stream fish, and planning a new kitchen is interrupted by the unexpected arrival of Tu Hoa's ex-husband, who openly mocks Ly for being poor. Stay with me until the end, and if you find this story touching, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next videos. The sand-loaded wheelbarrow jolts as a motorbike skids to a stop across the narrow red dirt path, blocking their way. Dust whirls up, stinging Tu Hoa's eyes. The man on the bike flips up his helmet visor, gaze sliding from the worn wheelbarrow to Ly's sweat-soaked shirt. His lips curl. So this is your choice, Tu Hoa? Still following a broken guy pushing a cart through the forest? The words are lazy, almost amused, but the contempt hits like a slap. Tu Hoa's fingers tighten on the handles. Ly shifts his weight, quietly placing himself between her and the front wheel of the motorbike. For a heartbeat, the forest falls silent. No birds, no wind, just the echo of that one sentence. Broke guy. The afternoon feels suddenly heavier than the sand in their barrow. Yet this day hadn't started with insults. It had begun with something much softer. At dawn, a pale blue light lay over the hills, the kind of chill that sneaks under clothes and settles in bones. Inside the small house, the air smelled faintly of oil and cold rice. Tu Hoa stood by the little stove, reheating yesterday's leftover rice and pressing it flat in the pan until it turned golden and crispy. She glanced toward the doorway where Ly was lacing his worn boots, shoulders already dusted with red earth. Put on another layer, she called. End of autumn like this will freeze you from the inside out. He laughed, straightening up, wheelbarrow leaning against the wall behind him. If I wear any more, the wheelbarrow will roll backward down the hill, he joked. I have to haul the last stones and sand today. You just focus on keeping lunch hot for me. She walked over with a small plate of crispy rice, blowing on it before handing it to him. Eat, then you can pretend to be strong. He took a bite, warmth spreading through his chest. Not just from the food, but from the way she watched him, half amused, half worried. Outside, the early sun slowly poured molten gold over the red dirt path, tracing every rut and stone. When he gripped the wheelbarrow handles, she automatically stepped up beside him. Let me help push, she said. You've been doing this all week. My arms still work, you know. He shook his head, smiling, sweat already forming at his temples. No need. You go fishing. We'll celebrate with grilled fish when I finish. If you push too much, who will cook for us? His eyes were firm but gentle, the kind of look that didn't allow argument. She sighed, then smiled back, surrendering. Fine. But if you come back without your spine, don't blame me when you can't stand in our new kitchen, she teased. She grabbed the old plastic bucket and headed down the slope. Behind her, the wheelbarrow creaked to life, heavy rocks and dreams tied together with frayed rope. The stream was clear and cold, water gliding over smooth stones like glass. Tu Hoa sat on a flat rock, bare feet sunk into the icy current. Each time she cast the baited hook, little silver shadows flashed beneath the surface. The first tug came quickly. The line jerked and she pulled up a wriggling fish, scales catching the light. A small cry escaped her, half laugh, half triumph. One by one, the bucket filled with these tiny living sparks of silver. Every now and then, she paused, listening. Faint and far off, she could hear the steady, stubborn rhythm of Dawn's wheelbarrow somewhere beyond the trees. Just that sound made her chest ache in a way that wasn't entirely painful. They call him poor, she thought, watching the light shift on the water. But who else would push stones up a hill just so I don't have to bend my back at a low stove? A breeze slid along the stream, lifting her hair, cooling her cheeks. In that quiet, in that breath of cold air, she felt the weight of her choice, and she did not regret it. By noon, the little porch smelled heavenly. Tu Hoa laid out the meal, grilled stream fish, skin blistered and crisp, a plate of emerald morning glory stir fried with garlic, a bowl of steaming rice, soft and fragrant. Dawn sank down with a groan, shirt soaked through, shoulders raw from the constant strain. She knelt with a basin, gently washing the dust from his hands, fingers careful over each callus. Water dripped onto the wooden floor in a slow rhythm. "Eat," she said softly. "I burnt the fish a little, but it's still good." He smiled, eyes crinkling at the corners, and picked up the first piece for her. "You first, you caught it." Before she could answer, the light shifted. Shadows rolled over the yard as thick black clouds gathered, swallowing the sun. A cold wind slipped under the eaves. The temperature dropped in seconds. Tu Hoa's gaze shot to the cement bags stacked just outside. If it rains now, Dawn was already moving. He bolted out, grabbing the bags and dragging them under the roof, yanking an old plastic sheet over them, fingers fumbling with the corners as fat raindrops began to fall. The wind howled once, loud and hollow, then slowly calmed. The rain never truly came. The clouds thinned, then cracked open to let the sunlight spill back in. Dawn returned, breathing hard, hair damp, hands white with dust. "Saved," he panted, dropping onto the porch. "Now we can still build tonight." They ate with renewed appetite, talking over each other as they sketched their dream kitchen in the air. "The counter should be this high so you don't have to bend. Here we make a little niche for salt and fish sauce. This side for grilling fish, that side for the big soup pot." Under the tiny porch, with only 2 bowls, 2 pairs of chopsticks, and a mountain wind outside, it still felt like enough. More than enough. In the late afternoon, the sun slanted low, painting the path with long shadows. Together, they went to the stream again, this time to shovel clean sand into the wheelbarrow. Dawn tried to protest, but Tu Hoa grabbed one handle anyway. "If you don't let me help," she said, laughing, "I'll tell everyone Dawn is the one who won't share work." He gave in, and they pushed in step, stumbling, slipping, catching each other's elbows. Their laughter bounced off the trees. The barrow grew heavier with every shovel of sand. The path home narrowed between thick bushes and tall, silent trunks. Sweat rolled down their backs, but the weight felt shared, bearable. They were still talking about fish, about bricks, about how tired their legs were when an engine's snarl tore through the forest. A motorbike roared up the path and swung sideways right in front of them, blocking the way. Red dust exploded into the air. The rider yanked off his helmet, eyes gleaming with something sharp. His gaze flicked from the wheelbarrow to Dawn's tired face, then to Tu Hoa. "So," he drawled, voice dripping with scorn, "you're really choosing this? A broke man pushing sand through the jungle?" Tu Hoa's hands went cold on the handles. Dawn's fingers flexed once, then slowly loosened. The past had finally caught up with them on the narrowest part of the road. For a heartbeat, no one speaks. Only the faint ticking of the cooling engine and the echo of his words hang in the air. Broken man pushing sand through the jungle. The ex swings his leg off the bike and stands, dusting his jeans as if the ground itself offends him. His cologne sharp, unfamiliar cuts through the scent of leaves and earth. "Well," he says, eyes fixed on Tu Hoa, "you really want this life? Look at you sweating, pushing a cart, living in some half-finished house. You left me for this?" Dawn shifts slightly, placing himself more firmly in front of the wheelbarrow. He doesn't raise his voice. "This is our road," he says evenly. "Move your bike so we can pass." The ex laughs, the sound thin and mocking. He pulls a thick wad of cash from his pocket and fans it out, notes fluttering like wings. "Road? Future?" he scoffs. "I have money. I have a bike. I can take her to town, to restaurants, to a real home. What do you have? Sand and a rusty cart?" Each word is aimed at Dawn, but it's really meant for her. A test, a taunt. Tu Hoa feels the old sting of shame creep at the edges of her mind, memories of people whispering, judging, measuring worth in things that shine. For a brief second, the ground seems to tilt. Then she feels Dawn's quiet presence beside her. His hand, though not yet touching hers, is there, solid, unmoving. She straightens her back. "The past is over," she says, her voice calm, almost gentle. "You chose your way. I chose mine. Don't come back to disturb my life." He blinks, surprised by her steadiness. "Your life?" he repeats. "This isn't a life, it's a struggle. Come back with me. I can buy you what you want. You don't have to live like this." She meets his gaze head on. "I was lonely when I had things," she says quietly. "Now I have less, but I am not alone. That's the difference." The ex's face hardens. His eyes flick to Dawn, searching for weakness. "You think she'll stay when she's tired of eating rice and fish?" He sneers. "You think love can fill a house?" Dawn finally speaks, his tone still mild but steel threaded through every word. He reaches back and takes Tu Hoa's hand, fingers lacing firmly with hers. "We're getting married," he says. "We'll build our house brick by brick. Whether you understand that or not doesn't matter. From now on, leave her alone." The words are not shouted, but they land like a door closing for good. For a moment, the ex looks almost stunned. Then anger flares, covering it. He shoves the money back into his pocket, jams his helmet on, and spits out, "We'll see how long you last." The bike roars to life. Red dust explodes as he speeds away, swallowed quickly by the trees and fading light. Silence slips back in, soft and heavy. Tu Hoa realizes she's shaking. Her grip on the wheelbarrow loosens. Sand shifts slightly. Dawn turns to her immediately. "You okay?" he asks, eyes searching her face. She nods, but the nod is more breath than movement. "I'm fine," she says, then corrects herself. "I will be fine. I just didn't think I'd ever see him here." Dawn gives her hand a gentle squeeze. He can't follow you into this life if you don't let him, he says. We decide what we build, not him, not anyone. She looks at their joined hands, at the wheelbarrow full of sand, at the narrow path ahead. For the first time since the bike appeared, she exhales fully, shoulders dropping. Let's go home, she whispers. They push the cart together this time, not speaking much, but every shared step saying enough. The sky deepens from gold to indigo. By the time they reach the house, the first star has already appeared. Night folds over the mountains, thick and cool. The oil lamp flickers under the porch, casting shadows that sway on the rough walls. Dawn slices open a cement bag. White dust billows like smoke. Instinctively, Tu Hoa steps forward with a bucket of water, but he immediately raises a hand, blocking her. Stay back, he says firmly. The dust is bad for your thyroid. Watch from there. She stops, 1 foot on the doorstep. But you'll breathe it, she protests. Your chest has been hurting lately. He smiles at her, eyes gentle despite the exhaustion dragging at his shoulders. I'm used to it, he says. You're not. Let me handle the dirty work. You just hand me the bricks from a distance. He mixes the mortar, coughing once, twice, then pressing on. The sound of the trowel scraping against the tray fills the small space, steady and patient. Tu Hoa kneels a little behind him, close enough to help, far enough from the dust. Here, she says, sliding a brick toward him. Make this layer really straight. I don't want our niche for fish sauce to tilt. He chuckles, placing the brick carefully, tapping it into place. His hands tremble slightly, but his eyes are bright, focused. Brick by brick, they raise the first row of the new kitchen. She wipes stray mortar from the edges. He scrapes off the excess. They tease each other when the mortar oozes too much, laugh softly when a brick nearly slips but is caught in time. Continue tomorrow? She asks when his arms finally sag. Yes, he says, looking at the short, solid line of bricks. Tomorrow we'll go higher. The lamp's weak light spills over their dust-streaked faces, over tired shoulders and chapped hands, yet their smiles are steady and warm, stronger than the shadows that press in from the forest. Under the tiny porch, in the cold mountain night, the first row of bricks sits perfectly in place. On the forest path, he was mocked for being poor. Here, with her beside him, his poverty becomes nothing more than cement dust and sweaty things that wash away. What stays is this: two people who chose each other, hands tired but hearts unwavering, building not just a kitchen, but a life, brick by brick, day by day, no matter who dares to laugh at them.
Vào một buổi sáng lạnh lẽo trên núi, John đẩy một chiếc xe cũ kỹ nặng chịu cát và đá, trong khi Từ Hoa từ suối bắt cá cho bữa trưa. Họ cùng nhau thưởng thức bữa ăn đơn giản ấm áp dưới hiên nhỏ và mơ ước cùng nhau xây dựng một căn bếp cao hơn, tốt hơn, với cột hốc gọn gàng để gia vị và một góc chỉ để nướng cá. Buổi chiều họ chở cát về nhà, cười đùa và động viên nhau đến khi một chiếc xe máy bất ngờ chắn ngang đường rừng của họ. Chính chồng cũ của Từ Hoa đã chế nhạo John một cách tàn nhẫn vì nghèo và cố gắng dụ dỗ cô quay lại bằng tiền bạc và lòng tự trọng. John bình tĩnh giữ vững lập trường, trong khi Từ Hoa kiên quyết bảo vệ tình yêu của họ và cắt đứt quan hệ với quá khứ. Đêm đó họ đặt hàng gạch đầu tiên cho căn bếp mới của mình, biến những lời nói tổn thương trở thành sức mạnh và cùng nhau xây dựng tương lai.